I'm Clay, and my wife Claudia and I have been spending our summers here for 11 years. We are volunteers, and the Forest Service just asked us to be their eyes and ears in the upper Gros Ventre. I was familiar with this area because I spent many years working in Bridger-Teton National Park and spent time in the Gros Ventre enjoying the beautiful scenery and all of the interesting things, and especially the history that is so prevalent in this area. We have this cabin in the background that was built in 1934 by CCC workers, and it has survived to this day. It is wonderful shape. The design and the construction is just incredible. This was the district ranger's office, and in addition to this cabin, they also built a barn that was designed to house 4 horses and all of their tack and equipment. There's a little blacksmith shop in one room and a feed bunk and storage area in another corner. The stable part of it has been dismantled, and it's used now for parking all-terrain vehicles that we use in our patrol on the 80 miles of roads and trails that we have up here. The Rangers did all of their patrol on horseback. They had the availability of all these facilities here, and originally the big job was counting elk. And before these buildings up here were built, there was a little cabin up here that they used as their winter cabin because the ranger had to snowshoe about 6 miles to get up here and go up 6 miles, count elk, and snowshoe 6 miles back, made for a pretty long day. The upper Gros Ventre has always been one of the very interesting parts of this park, lying now adjacent to the Gros Ventre Wilderness, which is just a few hundred yards behind where this cabin is sitting. This is a citizen weather station that was used way back in the early 1900s. It was from instruments like are housed in this facility that they got their daily information on which they based weather forecasts. We had a ranger here that by the name of Bob Cannon, and his wife Gracie was very much involved with doing the weather. In fact, she was so involved that her family thought that she was kind of a professional weather person. A few years ago, one Sunday afternoon, there was a little group of cars came up, and one of them came on up into the yard, and they asked us if they could have a little ceremony down here by this weather station. And they explained that they were Gracie's family, and she had recently passed away. And they wanted to have a memorial because this little weather station was so important in her life. They wanted it to be a part of her forever.